Dear, don't you have anything less gloomy to practice?
It isn't gloomy, it's profound.
In discussing temptation, Martin Luther says, "You cannot prevent the birds from flying over your head, but you can prevent them from nesting in your hair." Oh my, that's gloomy too. Don't they teach you anything in that seminary a little more cheerful?
A man who's going to serve in God's army must learn all the ruses and stratagems of the enemy.
And which of your professors made that historic statement?
Pastor Erickson, as a matter of fact. He says we're like generals learning to win battles against the devil. Pardon me?
Oh dear, my ball! You can put it there, you know. My lap isn't one of the devil's snares.
Anne, would you care to go for a walk with me?
No.
Well, I have so much to tell you about, well, what I've been thinking and everything.
Oh, silly Henrik, don't you realize it's almost tea time? And I think I hear your father. I'm sure you've made the most wonderful discoveries about life, and I long to talk, but later. Frederick, dear!
Later.
Look who's come home to us, holier than ever.
Oh, hello, son. How was the examination?
Well, as a matter of fact, Father...
You passed with flying colours, of course.
First on the list.
And Pastor Erickson said that...
Splendid! You must give us a full report. Later.
He'd best be careful, or he'll go straight to heaven before he has a chance to save any sinners.
Don't tease him, dear.
Oh, but Henrik likes to be teased, don't you, Henrik? Frederick, do you want your tea now?
No, not now. It's been rather an exhausting day in court, and as we have a long evening ahead of us, I feel a little nap is indicated.
Tickets for the theatre!
It's a French comedy. I thought it might entertain you.
Oh, it's Woman of the World, isn't it? Oh, with Desiree Armfelt. Oh, she's on all the posters. Oh, Frederick, how delicious. What shall I wear? My blue with the feathers. Genuine angel's feathers. Or the yellow. Oh, I know. My pink with the bosom. And Henrik, you can do me up in the back.
I'm sorry, son. I should have remembered that you were coming home and gotten a third ticket. But then, perhaps a French comedy is hardly suitable.
Why does everyone laugh at me? It's just so wrong to want to do some good in this world.
I'm afraid being young in itself could be a trifle ridiculous. Good has to be good, bad so bad, such superlatives.
But to be old, I suppose, is not ridiculous.
Let's not get into that. I love you very much, you know. So does Anne in her way, but you can't expect her to take your mother's place. She's young too. She has not yet learned
to suffer fools gladly.
You said that, son, not I.
Frederick! You were sweet to think of the theatre for me.
I enjoy it too.
Who wouldn't, when all the posters call her the one and only Desiree Armfelt? I wonder what it would feel like to be the one and only of something. The one and only Anne Egerman. Poor Frederick. Do I still make you happy? After 11 months? Oh, I know I'm foolish to be so afraid, and you've been so patient, but soon. I promise. Oh, I know you think I'm too silly to worry, but I do. Oh no! For heaven's sake, can that be a pimple coming?
Now, as the sweet imbecilities tumble so lavishly onto her lap.
Oh, Frederick, what a day it's been. Unending drama, while pleasure was brushing my hair off the door.
Now, there are two possibilities. A, I could ravish her. B, I could not.
Grumpy old Mrs. Norsham from next door. Oh, his sister's coming for a visit.
Say, it's the ravishment, then we see the option that follows, of course.
I do hope I'm being a pervy stuff on the servants. I try to be, half the time I think they're laughing at me.
Hey, the two or B, the adoption of physical force. Now B, my 2,000 pretty fire suit, my trip on my trouser, they force in the room. A haggard and tangled, the stays getting stabbed, my nerves will be jangled, my energy sapped. Removing her clothing would take me all day, and the subsequent loathing would turn me away, which eliminates B and which leaves us with A.
Could you ever be jealous of me?
Now, insofar as approaching it, what would be festive but have its effects?
Shall I do an Italian? I think it would be amusing if the verbs aren't too irregular.
Now, there are two ways of approaching it, A, the suggestive, and B, the direct.
But this French is the much chic language. Everyone says so. Parlez-vous français?
Say that I settle on B, to wit, a charmingly lecherous mood. A, I could put on my nightshirt or sit disarmingly B in the nude. That might be effective. My body's alright, but not in perspective and not in the light. I'm bound to be chilly and feel a buffoon, but nightshirts are silly in mid-afternoon. Which leaves the suggestive but how to proceed, although she gets restive, perhaps I can lead. In lieu of a penchant for something romantic, dishonest, trenchant, indignant, too frantic, and slag hard with blue in the plan of attack, as there isn't much blue in the red and the black. De Maupassant's candle was most to say, the Brontes are grander, but not very gay, and it tastes as much blander, I'm sorry to say, but his Hans Christian Andersen's ever risque, which eliminates
And then he said, you're such a pretty lady. Wasn't that silly?
my mental facilities partly muddled and ready to snap.
Oh, I'm sure about the bracelet, but earrings, which earrings?
Now, though there are possibilities still to be studied, I might as well now.
Oh, mother's rubies. Oh, with the diamonds on. Agony.
Though I must to adjust my original plan.
Desiree Armfelt. I'm sure